Good evening and welcome to this English news edition. Here are the headlines. The regional hospital, a leading healthcare center for southern region. Egypt and Qatar an investment partnership over $29 billion to strengthen economic ties. Those were the headlines. Thanks for joining us in our newsroom. The Republic of Djibouti participate in the 2026 U.S.-Africa Nuclear Energy Summit held from August 19 to 21 in Accra, Ghana region. Djibouti was represented by the Minister of Energy in charge of Natural Resources, Dr. Jama Mohammed Hassan, held under the theme of development of Africa's nuclear workforce. The summit brought together African and U.S. officials to discuss the peaceful development of nuclear energy, technology transfer, training, and capacity building. On sidelines of the summit, Mr. Jama Mohammed held talks with a delegation from U.S. Department of Energy led by Dr. Mike Gove. The discussion were focused on prospects for a strategy partnership in civil nuclear energy, particularly small modular reactors, and the establishment of an appropriate regulatory framework. Djibouti is exploring the use of civil nuclear energy to generate low-carbon electricity and support seawater desalinations while fully complying with international standards on safety, security, and non-proliferations. In our national news, Dr. Ahmed Absiya Warsam Regional Hospital, a pillar of healthcare in the southern region. For nearly a decade, Dr. Ahmed Absiya Warsama Regional Hospital in Ali Sabi has established itself as a leading healthcare facility for the population of the southern region, especially the specialty doctors, nurse, and healthcare staff work tirelessly to ensure the high quality medical care and meet the growing need of the population. As a level 3 hospital, the regional hospital serve all the southern region and receive patients daily requiring specialized care, consultation, medical examination, and appropriate treatment. Its development has been driven in part by the population growth record in the regional capital of Ali Sabih. One of the hospital's main strengths lies in its technical facilities, which are regularly modernized to improve the quality of care. The facility includes a surgical department, a modern and high-performing intensive care unit, a state-of-the-art scanner, and laboratory equipment to meet the need of healthcare professionals. The intensive care unit also benefits from modern equipment, including monitoring scope, hospital beds, and the equipment of the hospital. These technologies allows for continuous and precise monitoring of patients' health. The intensive care and the units are equipped with the monitoring system that allow for real-time tracking of several vital signs. The data is transmitted to screens connected to a central stations, giving nurses the ability to stimulate the process of several patients without having to leave their station. In an interview, the hospital's regional director, Mr. Mohammed Miguel Hassan, begin by thanking the President of the Republic for the health sector policies implemented, which have provided the south of the country with a modern hospital facility adapted by adapted to the need of its population. According to him, the Dr. Ahmed Absi Warsame Regional Hospital now plays a vital role not only for Al Sabih uh, but all the southern region and some extent for the population of neighboring areas. The director also emphasized the importance of hospitals' effort to bring the population and the healthcare to the remote population. In this regard, he said that the hospital regularly organize medical caravan, particularly in the locality far from the regional capital. These missions allow medical and paramedical team to directly reach out to communities, conduct consultation, raise awareness among residents, and contribute to the care of patients who have difficulty of traveling to the hospital. And now, a magazine on climate change. The current global climate situation is marked by accelerated warming of the planet, primarily caused by greenhouse gas emission from human activities, burning fossil fuel, deforestation, agriculture. The consequences are visible worldwide and in Djibouti with the rising temperature, warming oceans and melting ice and also extreme weather event. With this archive, the explanation of the environmental renovation service are doing the worldwide rising temperature, which warning the ocean and the current global climate situation. And now the Secretary General of Environment, Mr. Dini Abdallah, the climate change which scientists have been warning about for more than 30 years is now a real reality, with its impact accelerating and intensifying in Djibouti. And we are particularly, he said, affected by longer and more frequent drought, declining rainfall, rising temperature, and intense rainfall that can cause flooding. In response to these challenges, the government is taking action both to reduce emission and strengthen adaptation measures. The development of renewable energy and the construction of water infrastructure and drilling of wells and construction of water reservoirs are helping to strengthen the resilience of local community. The Minister of Environment is also pursuing, he said, the effort across the region through climate resilient agriculture project and ecosystem restoration, and the objective is to better protect communities and Djibouti's natural resources from the impact of climate change, he concluded. Moving on now to the regional scene, children in Khartoum are gradually returning to the school as improved security in part of Sudan allows families to return to the war-torn capital. Their return is just the beginning of a long process of reconstructions. Hundreds of schools across Khartoum were damaged during the conflict, while those still standing operate with the overcrowded classroom, limited teaching materials, and a shortage of qualified teachers. Authorities are working to restart the school year, but rebuilding Sudan's education system remains one of the country's biggest long-term challenges. Many students have lost several years of schooling and continue to suffer the psychological scars of the war. For parents displaced by years of conflict, sending their children back to school represent a financial burden on the top of their elderly limited resources. And now in Kenya, there are no survivors. 7 people, including the Ecuadorese intelligence chief, 5 American citizens, and a Kenyan pilot, died on Wednesday, August 19, when the helicopter carrying them on a tour crashed in central Kenya, according to U.S. and to U.S. Authorities. A rescue team found the aircraft destroyed by the impact and the subsequent fire. He added the investigators were dispatched to the crash site to determine the cause of the crash. The U.S. Embassy in Kenya indicated that it is in contact with local authorities and is offering consular assistance. And now for the international scene in Gaza, the wedding became space of joy and preservation of Palestinian heritage. Despite the ravage of war and the extremely difficult living conditions in Gaza Strip, wedding ceremonies still offer moments of joy and respite for Palestinian families. To the sound of traditional music and rhythm of the marriage, a unique folk dance, several generations came together to celebrate unions and perpetuate the ancestral tradition. In a context marked by displacement, distractions, and uncertainty, families strive to maintain certain wedding rituals, transforming this celebration into a rare ceremony and of a collective life. And now for the despite the ceasefire, the southern Lebanon remains under Israeli fire and resident fear, and the southern Lebanon over years, the Israeli drones continue to fly almost continuously while the fire and airstrike persist despite the announced ceasefire, fueling fears of renewed escalation in the vicinity of the tire waves of strike are once again forcing residents to flee their home, while persistent insecurity makes any lasting return to normal life difficult. And now, Qatar Prime Minister and Foreign Minister in Egypt and Qatar are signing a 29 billion US dollar investment partnership to strengthen economic relations. Egypt and Qatar are strengthening their economic cooperation with the signing of an investment agreement worth over 29 billion US dollar in Al Alamein, reflecting the two countries' state commitment to expanding their economic and trade relations. The agreement reached during high-level discussion between the two countries covers several investment and projects designed to support economic activities and strengthen ties between Cairo and Doha. Egyptian authorities present this financial commitment as an indicator of confidence in the national economy and investment prospects in Egypt as the country seeks to attract more foreign capital and develop its productive sector. This is it for this edition. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful evening.